All right, Shalom Akim. Start the lesson. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Kakodash. Though belongs to my apostle and other great Muslim that taught us his truth. And peace and blessings to sincere Akim expressing his truth and all sincerity around the Falkland of the earth, the Anjali. To us, Shalom. There's the brother Uriah from the great Muslim Miami camp. I come back to Spirit Party out by Yahweh Shai to come make another lesson. To speak about who are Jacob and Esau, man. And ultimately understand that Jacob and Esau, those are a reputation of two different nations, that the scriptures speak about, man. And we are to know these things. We are to know the difference, man. Of the two, man. One sold his birthright, and the other one, it was already happened in the spirit party of Yahweh Shai for him to inherit that birthright, by supplanting Esau, man. Because because the scriptures say, man, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. And the Lord made Esau crooked, man. He was never going to inherit that birthright, man. Because the Lord ultimately had favor for Jacob, man. And to clarify, Esau in the Hebrew is Aishawah, which means wasted away. And Jacob in the Hebrew is Yaikwab, which is supplant. That's right, man. Hey, Jacob is good at, supplanting, man. So, hey, we also know that Esau is going to be wasted away, man. And I got a precept. This is Genesis 25. Genesis 25, verse 19. It's like Genesis 25 and verse 19, and it says, "And these are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham begot Isaac. And Isaac was 40 years when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, and the Syrian Paddan Aram, the sister of Laban the Syrian. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, and she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it's so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire the Lord." Right, man. Even the womb, man. We was going back and forth. Esau and Jacob. Verse 23, "And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in the womb, two manner of people." Right, Esau and Jacob. The Edomites and the Israelites, man. Two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. The one shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger. Right. The one that's stronger than the other is us, man. Jake is always the mighty man. Jake always overtops everything, man. Even going back to it has further in the scriptures. Even going back to Egypt, man. With Pharaoh. What Pharaoh was doing to our people, was putting our people through hell. And then he was like, why are we, increasing, man? Who's getting put through, hell and shit like that. But guess what? We just became bigger, and even when Pharaoh came on the scene, he was kind of, spook in a sense, because, he seen that Jake was, bigger than him, bigger than the Egyptians, man. Jacob is always, we have always been the people that, because, we the salt of the earth, man. We see it at everything. So that's why Jake is always the best at everything, man. We the best at bodybuilding. We the best at sports. We overtop everything, man. Two manner of people shall be separated from their bowels. One people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger. Right. And we also understand that Esau came out first. But in this precept, that's talking about a future prophecy, man. The elder shall serve the younger, man. Meaning Esau's gonna get put in, captivity, man. Esau's gonna have his change, his arms slapped up in chains, man. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, man. So this is showing a future prophecy that is to happen, man. The elder shall serve the younger. Esau, you're gonna get put in chains, man. Thus say of the scriptures. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red, all like all over like a hairy garment, and they called him Esau. Right, man. And Edom means red. You know. And after his brother out, and his hand took the hold of Esau's heel, his name was Jacob. Isaac was three scores years old when she bare them. Right, and that's representing, in the beginning part of that precept, that's representing Jacob, being up next, man. We got next, man. That's reputation of Esau getting put out of power, man. Slakia. Verse 27, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tent. Right, Esau was cunning, which is, if you go into that in the blue there, that's skillful, man. And if you look at the characteristics of Edomite, they are skillful, man. They know how to survive in the woods. They know how to make these crafty survival tools, these guns. And you know how to hunt. That's the Edomite's trait, man. They're always the top one in hunting and fishing, and craftsman's work. You know why? Because he's a cunning hunter. He's skillful. And it said Jacob was a plain man, don't intense, right, man? Jake was a plain, cool down vibe. Jake was a man of integrity, man. And if you see Jake now, what they do? They do some more Jake. They rather sit at home, chill, and that's a trait of Jacob, man. Verse 28, and Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison, which is deer, but Rebekah loved Jacob. And Jacob saw a partridge, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with the same red partridge, I am faint. Therefore they called his name Edom. That's right. Esau, Esau couldn't wait, man. Jacob was cooking like a soup or a pottage, which had lentils in it, and we're gonna get to that. And Esau, him being impatient, he can't wait. Wanted to get some of the porridge, man, the pottage, man. And then Jacob had meat in there, but the meat wasn't fully cooked yet. But Esau, being the devil that he is, he couldn't wait, man. And he said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with the same red partridge, for I am faint. Therefore his name therefore was his name called Edom. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. What profit shall thy birthright do to me? Right. Esau Esau being prideful. Esau despised his birthright, man. And we also understood that, the firstborn always inherits everything from their father. That's that birthright, man. But the Lord had to where, Esau wasn't the pick, the Lord chose Jacob, and Esau was a man that, he was prideful. He couldn't wait. He despised his birthright. It's the reason he sold his birthright, for what they say, a morsel of meat, And, we could get that, in Hebrews 12 and 16, man. Get it right quick. It's Hebrews 12 and verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane, and profane means outside the temple, person as Esau, for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. Right, man. For one morsel of meat that wasn't even fully cooked yet, sold his birthright, man. Show you how impatient and prideful Esau is, man. He feel like he don't gotta wait for nobody, man. He does it on his own time, Get back to that Genesis 25. And Jacob said, in Jacob, Hebrew name Yaakov supplanted Esau, man. And that's what led to Esau selling his birthright. And that was all part of the movie. Scripture say, Jacob said, swear me this day, and he swore unto him, and he sold his birthright to Jacob. And Jacob gave Esau bread and porridge of the lentils, and he did eat and rose up and went his way, and thus Esau despised right, man, despised his birthright, man. He didn't really have a care for it, man. He didn't really care for it, you know. Esau so his birthright for a morsel of meat that wasn't even cooked yet, man. It was still red. You know, he was still cooking. You know, and then in the law, we are not to eat meat that has blood in it, man. You know, and I'm gonna get that too in Leviticus, 17. You know, but guess what? Esau don't care, man. He's prideful. He don't care. You know, this is Leviticus chapter 17, verse 12. Therefore I said unto the children of Israel, no soul of you shall eat blood, neither shall any stranger that sojourn among you eat blood. Right, that stranger is talking about the Israelites. You know, that sojourn eat just like it, any stranger that sojourn eat among you eat blood. And whatsoever man there be of children of Israel, or of the stranger that sojourn among you, which hunted and catcheth beast or fowl that may be eaten, he shall pour the blood thereof and cover it with dust. For it is the life of all flesh, the blood of it is for life thereof. Therefore I say unto the children of Israel, you shall eat the blood of no manner of flesh, for the life of all the flesh is the blood thereof. Whatsoever eateth, it shall be cut off. Right, man. We have a law not to eat, blood. You know, it's like we have a law in place that we are not to eat, meat that has blood in it, man. You know, and what Jay like to do, Jay don't eat they steak like Esau. Jay don't eat they food like Esau. You know, Jay gonna cook it all the way through. Esau go to the a restaurant. Oh, let me get a medium rare. You know, let me get a rare, and it still has blood in it, man. You know, and we are not to do that. But guess what? Esau's so prideful. When he was made cooking, he don't care, man. Now Esau don't got a power. But we do, and we have laws and statutes to follow, so that we are not to be like these devils, man. You know, and I got another precept. Speaking about Esau, Malachi. It's like here. Malachi chapter 1. It's like this is Malachi chapter 1 and verse 4, where as Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness, the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever. Right, man. You know, this is talking about, the dark ages, man. You know, Esau was in captivity. You know, we had Esau, in subjection, man. You know, and that's why they call it the dark ages. You know, they could tell you everything about history, but they don't know what was happening in the dark ages, man. You know, they know, they about they know so much about the galaxy. They know so much about the ocean. They know so much about the human body. They got all type of history going all the way back then. You know, but for some strange reason, that the dark ages, they just have no evidence of it. Come on, man. And why is the reason that? Because Jake had Esau in subjection, in captivity, man. You know, but we will return and build the desolate places, right? And guess what happened after the Dark Ages, the Renaissance period, man. That's when Esau got out of captivity, and went out, man. Deceiving the nations, covering the face of the judges thereof. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness, man. The border of wickedness, because everywhere Esau goes, he spreads some type of wicked philosophies and does something wicked, man. The people against whom the Lord has indignation forever, man. So the Lord has a bone to pick with you Edomites, man. Esau, Edom, the Lord got something for you, man. He Jacob has a Esau has I hated. His Lord hates you Edomites, man. We got another precept too. 2 Ezra 3 and 16. Bear with me. Let me see. I want to start at. I'm sorry, verse 16. Or the point, I'm going straight to the point. And to him, Slack, and unto him thou gavest Isaac, and unto Isaac thou gavest Jacob and Esau. After Jacob thou didst choose him to thee, they put by Esau, and so Jacob became a great multitude. Right, man. Esau, his Lord chose Jacob over Esau, man. Does that make the Lord unrighteous because he chose Jacob or Esau? No, man. At the end of the day, this is the Lord's movie. The Lord get to do whatever he wants. He's righteous, man. He's perfect. You can't tell the Lord anything that he chose Jacob over Esau, man. Because guess what? The Lord made Esau crooked, man. Esau's not gonna understand the scriptures because he can't. Because the Lord not dealing with him. But guess what? You niggas like to the niggas American, the Lord chose you. And the Lord chose you over Esau, man. You are not to worry that Jake like to say, what about the white people? Fuck the white people, man. You so-called Edomites. Worry about you, man. Worry about you niggas like Native Americans, man. Don't worry about these heathens. These other nations, Esau. And the Lord said all these other nations are like spit onto him, man. He chose Jacob, man. Another precept. Second Ezra 6. Read 8 through 9. Second Ezra 6 and verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham to Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held the first heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob the beginning of it followeth. That's right, man. Ultimately, that was, showing that was, referencing, as it said in Genesis, and it says now, Jacob's hand holding the heel of Esau, showing that we're gonna be in power next, man. And if you ask anybody now, man, is this the end of the world? They're gonna say yes. And what does Scripture say? Esau's the end of the world. We are at the end of the world. So that's meaning that Esau's gonna get put out of power, man. And the righteous ruler, which is Yahushua, and the 144,000 are gonna get put in place, man, to rule the earth, man. And Jacob is the beginning that follows, man. We are gonna get put into rulership, man. Showing the difference between Esau and Jacob, man. Got another precept. This is Isaiah 34, verse 5. Isaiah 34, verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven, behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my cursed judgment. Right. Hey, the missile's gonna hit America, man. And who does America? The Edomites, man. Esau, Edom. That sword bathed in heaven, talking about those nukes, man. They're gonna be bathed in the heavens, and they're gonna shoot off their warheads, man. They're destroying this place, and destroying the people of the Lord's curse, which is you Edomites, man. You nations were cursed with leprosy, man. That's what, and that's why we can see your blood through your skin, man, because you were cursed, man, by the Lord, man. Got one more. Well, let me see if I want to bring this out. I probably might. Nah, that's it on that. But yeah, man, keep this, nice and short. Lord willing, you better to edify, man. Showing who Esau is, and showing who the Lord had favor with, man. And the Lord had favor with Jacob, and the Lord hated Esau, man. Jacob represents you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Jacob's name, which was changed to Israel, represents you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and Esau would be you Edomites, man.